Are we on the internet?
Blatant copyright. Blatant
No.
plagiarism.
But I don't see it happening. There's nothing on the internet. Like
Because there is a delay on the internet.
Is it? Okay. Well, no one's watching, so that's fine.
Oh no, there's people watching.
Now, how do you see that? I don't see anything.
Nee, jij gaat er niet naar kijken. Sorry,
Okay.
wait.
Just
In English. You're not gonna watch
Do
that.
your job.
Alright. So I'll just do my job. So, hey, welcome everyone. I'm really happy that you've all returned. It took a while. We were about to start at 1 and it is now 2. So that's great, isn't it? So I think most online groups that we've played so far start really late. Like yesterday and the day before that. Anyways, I'll give you a very small recap on what happened in the last 2 sessions, if you'd like. But maybe it's nice to introduce ourselves to the internet and the 2 watchers that are watching this.
Which one is me, by the way?
Yeah. So, and the other one is me. So that's great. I am the Dungeon Madame, and I'll be your DM for the evening. And these are my friends. First, let's start with Vincent, who's our technical guy.
I'm the guy streaming. I'm the guy why it took so long. Hey, my name's Vincent. At the Captain Flynn on everything. And I'm going to be playing Alduin, the Blood Hunter, in today's game, in this campaign.
And then let's go to the other guy.
My name is Jens. I'll be playing a sorcerer today. Yeah.
And
I'm
then
not streaming.
Yeah, definitely not streaming. No. Let's go to, I don't know if you can see who's here.
The other one, other side.
That one. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
This side.
So for your guys' information, through pretty much sheer, no, never mind. It's anything the same. So how it's set up, Cynthia, for you, you've got Jens, like here. You've got Nayade like there, and Robin there, and me there.
I know. I made the overlay.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just telling you.
Okay, but let's go for Nayade. Introduce yourself.
Well, hello, I'm Nayade and I'll be playing the young wood elf cleric named Lux today.
With ADHD. And then Robin.
The real one with ADHD, though my character isn't. So I'm Robin and I'll be playing Brion and I'll be our half-orc fighter in this campaign.
And there we are. So,
yeah.
In session 0 and session 1, I'll give you a small recap. So, Brion and Lux, I will first show you also Merkfall again. There we go. You can all see this in Roll20 now.
Yep.
Okay, so, Brion and Lux arrive in Merkfall. You have, at the very, very beginning, you were traveling from Tarumgon to Whitestone by means of ship. And you were tasked to bring a message to someone to the Chamber of Whitestone. However, this quest has changed, and Verona Zamdov, the Fianturi, Master of Spirits and Steward of Tarumgon, has told you that instead of going straight to Whitestone, because currently they're quite busy with a festival going on, why don't you just go straight to Merkfall and see what is happening? Because a few weeks ago, something started with the local humans' fishermen nets. They were being torn to shreds in the water, and it escalated to a small boat found without crew and signs of battle. And then 2 days ago, the boats in the harbour were attacked. Something seemed to have punched a hole in the bottom of the hull. The human villagers are getting more anxious every day, and they are putting their blame towards the elven settlement within the forest. So she is sending you, capable adventurers, to investigate these matters before this uneasiness between their people escalates. So, with this boat from the elven settlement Torumgorn in Dawn Mist Pines, you travel by ship to Mirkfall. You step off the boat that brought you there. You're instantly aware within Mirkfall of the penetrating smell of rot and decay surrounding this fishing town. And despite it being busy with people everywhere, the fish seem to rot in the barrels on the docks, and the grass is yellowed and dying. You all said goodbye to the captain, and you look around for a good place to start with your quest. And immediately upon walking onto this pier, you notice a notice board with various different notices attached to it. Sausage meat for sale, looking for farm hands in Wanda's mill, but also the notice for which you've travelled to Mirkfall for, which I made a very handy handout to everyone, and if I click on this button, it should show you all.
It does.
Right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Misfortune has fallen in Mirkfall, and the fishing trade, which for 5 generations has provided a livelihood for the entire Myersdorf family, the Dawn Mist Phantom has descended upon us and has begun to destroy our boats, cut our nets, slay our hounds, and wreak general havoc all around. I shall be grateful for any help you can provide and guarantee a reward awaits you for work well done. Holofernes, Meyerdorfs, and Sons. So, as both Brion and Lux continue to study this board, they're wholly unaware of their surroundings and suddenly are being nearly trampled by a horse and cart. The horse bucks of the sight of Brion, and the cart and all its contents spill over the small pathway that connects the docks to the village. The very upset and angry owner of said cart and horse starts to pick a fight with the 2 women, indignant about their lack of spatial awareness and seething with anger that they did not see him coming or went out of his way. He insists that they help him put everything back on the cart, and Brion is able to intimidate the horse into submission. At the same time, 2 other visitors arrive in this small fishing town and are making their way through the main gates. They notice that the notice board near the entrance is completely burned down, but are made aware of another one closer to the docks, and as they arrive at the pier, they hear the sounds of arguments and mingle with the women who are trying to calm an increasingly angry man down. And eventually the man leaves in a huff, and the foursome are being approached by a kindly middle-aged woman to perhaps not stand so much in the middle of the road. They might anger the Lord even more, thus confirming to everyone that they've just angered what seemed to be Lord Meyerdorf himself. The lady introduces herself as Wilhelmina, and she invites them all for tea in her general store, the small ship, as soon as she realizes that they're here to help with the Phantom. Wilhelmina basically tells them all of the gossip in town, in this village, and the folktales surrounding this Phantom. She also shows how the crops are rotting in the fields and tells them of all the misfortune that recently has befallen Mirkfall. Wilhelmina also shares that she's part of a little book club, the Mirkfall Book Club of Little Ladies, which read literature for women. And she tells them Richard Dick Helmington is the only one surviving fisherman during the attacks, and spends his days now drinking in the pub, the Black Bream Bar. She also tells the 4 of them about Locke the Druid, and how everyone in town seems to think he's behind the attacks as well, whereas also some people in the town also think that it's still the elves. The villagers are not fond of him, neither of the elves, and seem to hate everyone, and he, the druid, seems to hate everyone in Mirkfall as well. Therefore he lives a while away out of the village, in the forest just beyond the swamps. They all think of her information and make their way through the village. Alduin and Xanamin decide that they should check out Lord Meyerdorf's story. So they make their way up the platform, and realize that Merkville has no guards. However, Mayadov's manor is swarmed with hired mercenaries, all wearing different clothing. It's a curious sight. And they're unable to convince the one seemingly in charge to let them speak to Lord Meyersdorf. They then meet up and go to the Black Bream Bar, checking out the destroyed boats and talking to Richard Dick Helmington. Richard definitely earned his name Dick and wasn't much help, and the boats seem to have been attacked from below with large jaws and teeth that splintered the wood severely, whereas the gnats have been gnawed through by tiny teeth. They notice a large black rat near the boats, shooting away into the thicket of the forest, and they're unable to follow him. During their walks through town and talking to various people, they notice that they're often being watched by a black raven, behaving a little more differently than the others. And eventually, they decide to take Wilhelmina's offer of going along with her book club and talking to the Laird Meyerdorfs tonight. But before they go, they also decide that they make a small visit to Loch the Druid as well. And with that, the newly formed party makes their way through the forest, warned by the kind shop owner of the various traps and dangers the Druid has laid out for those who dare to visit him. Which happened in the last session, because upon travelling deeper in the forest, the group finds themselves suddenly surrounded by strange flowers. There are strange plants all around them that seem to be causing hallucinations, and soon the party is fighting an enemy that they cannot see nor understand. And as they're fighting themselves and the intoxicating scent, they manage to make it out by the scrap of their teeth, dragging Brion's unconscious body along with them. Meditating in a bit of forest that seemed safer than the one that they just left behind, they recharge their strength and make a bit of conversation together. Eventually Brion wakes up, but not before Lux and Aldrin notice something is up. Something in the thick of the bushes is watching them. And as the others turn around to see what they're talking about, they're all suddenly jumped by 8 snarling, 4-legged, canine-like creatures with long teeth and yellow glowing eyes and long-tipped ears. And that is where we'll start the session. So, you are... Well, most of you are surprised. Well, you're not... No, they don't get a surprise round in, but Aldwin and Lux managed to warn the entire group of their arrival. What? I thought I just like... Oh, now I have to put all the turn orders in again. Okay. Like, I put the turn order in before
I'll help you out with some macros next time.
No, it's fine. I don't care. I like it. Okay, so I would like you all to roll for initiative.
Oh god.
What? Why is it resetting again?
Don't forget to select your token,
What?
so otherwise it won't be added to the initiative order.
Oh, should I roll again then?
That's up to the DM. You have to select your token and then click initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Otherwise it won't
please
be
do
added.
that, because else I have to add more things in.
Terrible!
Okay, like this then?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
Ooh, Lux, way to go.
Yes?
Yes.
There we go. So.
God. I just looked at my spells. Slots remaining 0.
Oh yeah, there's just one thing. They did make their move, so unfortunate for you guys is that they made their move before all of you moved. So they do get an attack in. It's not part of the surprise, it's just you were waiting what they did, and then they just all attacked. So that is what is still happening, because they moved up on you, and they are all making a bite attack on those that they moved upon. Let's change the music for this as well. So, do I have a good music? I don't know. I don't. This one?
Je bent zo nu tegelijk.
Maybe a bit too much. Okay.
Dankjewel. Oké, maar we zijn al bezig, dus.
Yeah, okay, let's do this one. Alright, so they're all making an attack. So let's do it one by one. So on Alduin, they are trying to attack you. Does a 20 hit?
Yep.
And does a 17 hit?
Yep.
Alright, then they both hit. Then let's see this. You take, for the first bite, you take 5 damage, and the second bite, you take 4 damage. Are you taking it off yourself?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, cool. Then on Brion, those two are going to try and attack you as well, and you seem that they're really good at attacking together. Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
And a 14 doesn't hit you either. So you, even though that teeth are like gnawing into like the leather braces and the armor all around you, they're not sinking through the leather or not even through your muscles, and you're just like baring your teeth back at them, growling, and like the canine like kind of creatures, like as ferocious as they are, they don't manage to hurt you. However, Lux, does a 14 hit?
That's my armor class.
Then it hits, and a 16 will hit as well. So you take 7 damage, and 3, that's 10 damage in total. As these creatures, they jump on you, like seemingly out of nowhere, as if they've like just appeared into mid-air, and then just their teeth just bared and sink into the soft flesh of your arms. You take 10 damage, and are you going to take it off yourself?
I think I did.
Okay, cool. 'Cause
Yeah.
I can't really grab you guys with all of these things around you. And then Xanamin, you also see these creatures just blink into existence. And does a 19 hit?
Yes.
And a 19 hits. So you also take 2 bites. That's 5 damage for you.
Okay, I took it off. Yep.
5 damage in total. And then it is Lux's turn, as all these creatures just suddenly appeared all around you, surrounding the entire party, just snarling with aggressive ferociousness.
I'll use my action to disengage as far as I can.
Yes?
If it's working. Ah, that's like that. Is this like difficult terrain around here?
Yes. So if you were trying, so this is a tree. This would be difficult terrain to like try and climb over.
And over here?
Yeah, you could make that, definitely.
Can I also make it move by itself, or?
I don't know what you mean, move by itself. You can
Drag
grab your, you can just drag it. So yeah, so you move out of the way, like disengaging, trying to dodge all of the snarling teeth that are trying to surround you, as these creatures are really just clamping down on the 4 of you. You manage to escape. and hide in the thick of the. Well, you're not hiding, but just go into the thick of the forest. Then it is creature 5's turn. I believe that's this one. Yes. That one. Seeing you just escape this little circle that they've attacked you in, he is going to teleport right onto you again and attack you.
Meh. I thought I was gonna see.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, and a 5 does not hit. So, as he, distracted by you just running through the forest, like the twigs breaking, the leaves just flying up into the air, he blinks right in front of you, kind of miscalculating where you actually ended up, and instead of biting into your legs, he's biting into mid-air, and you just hear his teeth clamping down onto each other, and the sound reverberating into the forest. That was its turn. Now it's Brion. Brion, what would you like to do?
I'm going to hit the hell out of one of those dog things. So I'll stab the dog that is closest to me. I believe one is just like in my space.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. I can. Oh, there we go. I can move it a little bit out of this. There we go. Yeah.
Okay. I'll stab one with my pike. Like the
Which one? Could you point it?
On the bottom. I don't know if I can.
It just, you press onto the screen and then you press along and then it will give you circles. But you have to select your select move tool, not your linear tool. Not your ruler.
Yeah, but it doesn't work for me. I can't just ping it or whatever.
Press and
In
hold.
the no, oh yeah,
Oh,
there
right.
you go.
That one.
Yes. Then roll to attack. Yeah, that definitely hits. And then roll for damage. You grab your pike, and just you grab it from your back, and with the sharp point of it, you like spear it into the dog, and you just feel the tip of this pike sink in between the two shoulder blades of this dog, and you hear like the loud yammering sounds like as it just screams out in pain. Still alive, but heavily wounded, and its teeth just bearing up in front of you as blood drips onto the floor. What else? Is that your turn? Would you like to do anything else?
I mean, is like stomping it with my feet an attack or movement?
That would be an attack, but you can't do that. You have one attack. You have a bonus action and movement.
I do. Did I see the other dog thing teleport to Lux?
What is your passive perception?
Where do I find it? It's a 12.
Yes, you could. You did see that these creatures can teleport, and you saw that creature teleported towards Lux.
Okay, I am going to growl at the other dog. I mean, I'm sure the one that I stabbed is just wounded and scared of me. So I'll face the other one, get on its eye level, and I'll go like, ah, and bare my teeth.
Make a intimidation check, just to see how intimidated it is by you. Okay, good to know. Seems that whatever you are doing to creatures, they are slowly starting to recognize that maybe you are the alpha. Anyways, it's creatures 2's turn, which is which one is that? This one. Give me 1 second. Okay, that will be this. And that one is close to Aldwin, and he's going to try and attack Aldwin. With does a 9 hit?
Nope.
Okay.
Alduin deflection with a sword.
Okay. And it will teleport away. Okay. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Little shit.
You have no idea where it teleported towards.
Cool.
Ah. Okay. Yes. That was its turn. Now it is 6 turn. Oh, sorry, that's this one. And that one is going to, let me see how it is.
Make it pee on the closest tree.
Oh, that one seems quite scared of Brion. He is going to try and bite Xanamin. Does a 10 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay. And then as it realizes, it tries to like brace himself, and it does a really weird jump up into the air. You have no idea what it's trying to do, but then it just starts running away.
Can I make an attack of opportunity on that?
You can definitely make a attack of opportunity. That's 10. Right.
Should I try to attack it with my dagger?
Yes.
And fail.
And wizards make attackers of opportunity.
So as you see this dog just like do a little hop up into the air, and then it just like starts to run really quickly. You grab your dagger and you try and hit it, but all you do is just shave just a little bit of the fluff off of his tail, and it just flutters around into the air as it makes its escape. That was its turn. Now it's Seven's turn, and Seven, who feels quite fine, is going to attack you as well, Xanamin. Does a 16 hit?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. And it bites you for 2 damage.
Okay, 2 damage.
And it will stay in place. Just snarling angrily at you. That will be then 8's turn. 8. Okay. Heavily damaged will try and bite you, Brion. With a natural 1, instead of biting you, its teeth will try and like bite into your leg, but you just stomp your pike right in front of it, and then it just gnaws onto the wood of the pike instead. Looking up at you, it's even more scared of you right now, and it will just suddenly blink out of existence. Now that was its turn. Now it is 3. Which was it? That's this one, I think. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Sorry. That one, quite intimidated by you, it is going to. Let's see if it will attack you. Okay, it is quite intimidated by you, but it's still going to try and attack you with a half-hearted attack of 13. Will that hit?
Nope.
So with a half-hearted attack against like your calves, but your calves are like just made out of pure muscle, it then instead will try and escape. unable to do so, you see it hop strangely up into the air and then try and run away.
Does that evoke attack of opportunity at
It
all?
definitely does. Would you like to make an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, I'd like to. Just roll my pike.
Yeah, that hits. Make a damage. 7. And you hear it like ew, 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 very loudly into the forest. Now it is one turn. That is this one. That one will just attack you, Xanamin. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
It does not. So as it tries to attack you, it will then suddenly also blink out of existence. Xanamin, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to use a bonus action to use my sorcery points and convert them into a level 1 spell slot. So that would take me up to 1 spell slot remaining. And then I'm gonna magic missile the one in front of me. Number something.
Okay.
For 3 force damage.
For 3 force damage. And it seems to just, as you like use a magic missile and it shoots forth from you, the bolt of just arcane energy just shoots right into its eye, and just like you just see it sear around the edges. It like it yelps out in pain into the forest air. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Maybe fire the other 2 off.
The other 2?
Yeah, it only wrote 1.
Oh, nice. Wait, give me a second. Yes, I would like to fire off the other 2.
This is just a normal magic missile, right?
Oh,
That's
sorry,
a firebolt.
The other one. Misclicked. Just a
So
normal
that's-
magic missile.
Oh yeah, that's another 10 damage to this creature. You see that the bolts are just like shooting in rapid succession into its eye socket. There's just like this gaping, burning hole that you now look inside. The dog is just like screaming and yelping out in pain. It's still alive, but it's heavily damaged. What would you like to do?
That's the end of my turn for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it's the fourth creature's turn, and it will try and attack Alduin.
Bring it.
With a 17.
Yeah.
It does 3 damage, and it will blink out of existence.
Little shit.
Alduin, it is now your turn.
There we go. Okay, so Alduin will start walking up towards the one standing next to Xanamin. And as he does, he holds his sword and he just runs his hand over the blade and it starts to bleed, and he takes 3 points of damage.
Yes.
And the blade, after he removes his hand, the blade just ignites in fire. That's Crimson
Ooh.
Right, by the way, for your
Yes.
information, DM. And then he attacks the doggo with his greatsword.
Okay.
Don't fuck me, roll 20. Roll 20, fuck me! Again!
That is a failure. So as this flaming sword lights up into existence, the flames already scaring this creature. You swing at it, but it sees it coming and just ducks into the forest floor below, and you just singe the top of its hairs instead. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, that is the end of my turn.
Okay, Lux, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Lux is just kind of thinking to herself, like, this would be a perfect opportunity to use this massive mace. If only I could lift it. And then instead she uses her longbow to clumsily shoot from point blank with disadvantage.
Yes. That's a 12, and as you just clumsily grab your bow, you shoot, and the arrow just sinks into the ground right next to the paws. It would have hit if only you had a little bit more space to aim. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, I think I should spare my last spell slot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Then it's 5. Which one's 5? God damn it. Just
Did you
gotta
not
zoom out a little bit.
select the tokens when you did
No.
initiative?
I don't know how to do that, so no, I don't. So yeah, it's this one. So it's the one next to Lux, and it will try and attack you, Lux. Does a 21 hit?
Just barely.
You take 4 damage.
Yikes.
Right. That was its turn. Now, Brion, what would you like to do?
I am going to get up to Lux as close as I can. Is this like, there's a trunk in here? Can I pass that?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'll go.
This is
here.
this is just a tree, so you could like kind of pass it, no problem.
I'll go here, and I am going to shoot the dog with my crossbow.
Yes. Okay. Give me 1 second.
It's not that great.
What did you roll?
An 8.
An 8. Unfortunately, it misses. You're too afraid to hit your friend, and instead you miss the creature altogether.
Can't do nothing more than just stand here, maybe growl at that dog as well.
Yeah?
Yep.
Right. So you're going to growl at the dog as well. Could you make a perception check for me?
Oh, perception. Okay.
Okay. So you're going to growl at the dog, trying to be really intimidating, and as you're growling, you're a little bit unaware of what is happening around you. There we go. So that is 2's turn. And that will... Yes. Suddenly, behind Eldwin, another one appears. Here. No. And it will try and attack you, Eldwin. An 11, does that hit?
Nope. Block with sword again.
Okay, unable to leave, it tries to bite at you, and instead it has this flaming sword inside of
In
its
its mouth.
mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is its turn. Now it's 6's turn. It has been running away, but seeing that things have changed, it's going to run towards Brion instead. And it's going to try and attack Brion. For a 9, which I believe misses. So as Brion is just growling intensely, the dog's a little bit taken aback. And instead, it just half-heartedly yups at her clothing, and then sinks back into the ground again. That is its turn. Now it's Seven's turn. Seven will try and attack Xanamin again because that has been quite successful with a natural 20. I believe that hits. So that is going to be... That is 7 plus 6 and 4 is 10 plus 1 is 11 damage on Xanamin.
Yeah, that takes me down. You said 11?
Yes, 11 damage in total.
Okay, that takes me down to -6.
Oof. Alright,
Uh-oh.
that was its turn. Now it's 8. Eight will blink next to Brion and attack Brion for 8. That does not hit. So there are now 2 dogs next to you trying to bite you, but they are unable to just sink their teeth into your body. You're far too fearsome for them to damage. And then it's 3's turn. 3 is going to turn around. See if it can do that. Yes, and it will blink next to Aldwin and try and attack Aldwin. For a 16, does that hit?
Yeah, that hits.
And you take 2 damage. As its teeth sink into your body. Then it is that creature's turn. Where's one? Yes. Suddenly, Brion, you notice that another one creeps up next to you, and it will try and attack you. With advantage for 5. Does that hit?
What?
He had with its pack tactics, it tries to attack you with a 5, but still is unable to sink its teeth into your fearsome, magnificent body. You have now 3 dogs just scared, their tails between their legs, trying to attack you, but unable to. And then it is Xanamin. Xanamin, I would like you to make your first death saving throw.
Give me a second. Death saves. Ooh.
That is 1 failure as you are bleeding out on the floor. Your blood seeping into the forest floor. These large gashes in your body. Your breath is getting more and more ragged by the minute. Now it is creature 4's turn. Come on. Okay. It blinks back into existence and tries to attack Aldwin. Oof! 2 natural ones. It has 2 natural ones with advantage,
So
and instead of attacking Aldwin, it is attacking one of its allies right now, as they're all just swarming onto you. Their teeth just yapping and gashing everywhere. Instead of biting you in your leg, it instead bites into the snout of its friend. And does 4 damage. There we go. Aldwin, it's now your turn. You are surrounded by almost 4 of these creatures, and your friend that you've been traveling with for months now is bleeding out onto the forest floor. What do you want to do?
Aldwin attacks the one that's next to Xanamin, that was attacking Xanamin in the first place.
Yes?
There we go. That's better.
Definitely hits. Roll for damage.
10 points of slashing damage and 1 point of fire damage.
Okay, so as you finally swing your sword up, afraid of your friend's life, you sink the sword like right at the back of its ears, and with its searing smite, it just tears through the entire neck, cutting the sinew and flesh off, and you just hear 2 thunks right after each other, its body falling onto the floor, and its head rolling over. It is dead.
He does a little flourish with the sword. And then turns to the other 3, being as intimidating as possible.
There you go. Alright. Now it is Lux's turn. Lux, what would you like to do?
Unmute your
Ja,
mic.
je bent gemute nog.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better. Since I'm on 1 hit point, I would like to use Cure Wounds on myself.
Yes.
And because of my life domain, I get a +3 on those,
Lovely.
which I need at the moment.
So so you're keeping track of your own health, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, this is not how it works.
No, you have to roll it manually. /roll, /R, /roll.
Can I just do plus?
Yeah, you can just add a plus.
Hij staat op het tapje van je spels.
Yeah.
En daar rechtsbovenin. Het is je spel attack bonus, toch?
So this is what the regular roll would be, and then it would be +3 because of my life domain. So it would be 13 hit points.
You regain 13 hit points as you hold your amulet of the goddess you believe in, and just this bright verdant green light surrounds you all, and like these beautiful swirls, almost like a flower petals opening up in front of your chest. You are healed by the light of your divinity. All right. And then it is creature 5's turn. And I believe that is this one. Yeah, that is attacking you. It's going to circle around you as it watches you use your magic. What are you uploading?
I heard a Discord beep.
Yeah,
That
me
was
too.
You can ignore it.
Sentiments. Okay,
That's me.
sorry. As you circle around, Lux is as it circles around you, Lux, and it tries to attack you from behind now. For an 18, does that hit?
Yeah, that does hit.
It hits, and it does 4 damage as it bites you from behind. Now it is Brion's turn. Brion, what would you like to do as these 3 pups around you with the tail between their legs are trying to attack you, but none of them have been able to do so?
Well, I would love to try to just golf swing him with my pike. Just go and see if I can maybe just hit 2 in the swing. I mean, they're really close together.
You know what? Make an athletics check. And then an attack.
Oh. DM, your camera just died. Seemingly.
Alright.
Your
No?
audio is still here though. It might
Yeah,
fix it.
no.
There we
I
go.
can
Yeah,
see
it's
myself.
back. Yeah, it's back. No, it's back.
Okay, so athletics and then a
Okay.
attack roll.
Okay.
Ugh.
So, unfortunately, as you are trying to hit more than one, you manage to not hit any of them at all.
Okay, I am going to do my loudest growl ever to see if I can scare more of them and I'll get into.
As you are growling, with what intention are you growling? Do you want to scare them away, scare them into submission? What are you trying to do? You know, are you dog whispering here?
No, I'm trying to be really intimidating.
Yeah, and then
I want them to shit
to what
themselves.
effect? You want them to shit themselves?
Yep.
What are you shouting at them?
I don't know if I could. I mean, maybe just give them a real good insult in Orcish.
Okay. Yes. All right. Make an intimidation check. It seems that with the failure of hitting them earlier, these dogs are slowly regaining their confidence around you again. And their ears are perking up and their eyes are just even more vicious than before. And you now see the hairs in their necks are raising. They're about to attack you.
Okay.
Okay, that is 2's turn. 2, next to you, Alduin, will try and attack you. With a natural 20.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 8 plus 1. It's 9 damage in total.
Bye.
Oh, fuck. And then it is 6's turn. It is next to Brion. Brion, I will try and attack you. With a 9. That misses.
That misses.
Alright. Then 7 will try and attack you. Because it's there, I think. Oh, no, that's this. Oh, yeah, that dog is dead. And then I can... Then 8. Yeah. With a 6, it just, they are unable to really just get past this thick skin that you have on you. And then 3, seeing that you are down, Alduin.
Yep. Yeah.
And these creatures are vicious. It will try and attack you again with advantage. That is a 3 and a 1. So it grabs the forest floor instead, unable to actually hit your unconscious body. And as it just slings around, just twigs and branches all around, you are unharmed. Then this creature is going to try and attack Brion. Come on, hit. With a 20!
That hits.
And it does 7 damage to you, Brion.
I'm down. I'm at 0.
Oh, shit.
Wipe.
Oh, dear. Yeah. Cinnamon.
Did we have a long rest before this?
Yeah,
Or was it
you
a
had
short rest?
Cinnamon, it is your turn.
You want me to make a death saving throw?
You need to make a death saving throw, yes.
I fail
That is a
again.
failure.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm just, yeah. It's going to be party wipe. Yeah, it's going to try and hit. This one is just going to blink away.
No, Miss DM. No. Hold up. You just said they were vicious.
You know
you
what?
just said that. Listen,
Okay.
you make this type of encounter, you own up to it.
Yep.
Okay, I'll own up to it.
Yeah.
So, a 16 will hit. That's a critical. You have
that's
2
a
death
fail.
saving throws failed. Okay, and then make a death saving throw,
Wait,
Aldrin.
what? Wait, hold up. What did you say? What was the last thing you said?
As it hits your unconscious body and bites into your flesh, that means 2 failed death saving throws immediately.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know. You're the DM.
I thought that was the case. Give me 1 second. I thought that's how it works.
Let me check. combat. Death saving throws. Damage. No, one. Unless it's a critical hit, it's one failure.
Okay, so one failure, and then you have that you have now one failure, Alduin, and I
Yeah.
would like you to death saving throw.
Yeah. That's a success.
You have one save. Perfect. Okay. Lux, it is your turn.
Lux just grabs her necklace and screams, "No! Help us!" And she'll use Preserve Life to give everyone 3 hit points and 4 hit points for Brion.
Could you say that again? You were lagging.
Okay, I'll clutch my necklace and speak to the archers to
Yes.
help us in this situation. And I'll give 3 hit points to everyone, but 4 except for myself. And I'll give 4 hit points to Brion.
Okay. So everyone has 3 hit points except for Beyond. She has 4. So suddenly this verdant green bright light shoots from the sky. It breaks open the canopy of the trees and it just bursts, slamming into the ground around Lux. And as it slams onto Lux, just surrounding her into this healing light, it just rolls over with a speed of like an explosion over the forest floor, over all of your unconscious bodies, like just lifting you up with her healing energy, and you all just come back to life again. Just wake up from your unconsciousness.
And Lux is just screaming, and she's moving around the dog she's standing next to, not going out of melee range, but just moving behind him.
All right. Yes. Perfect. All right. Now it is Five's turn. That is the creature that is next to you. And it will try and attack you as you slowly move away with a 20, which hits. And it does 3 damage to you. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it does 3 damage. Now it is Brion's turn. Brion, you are back to consciousness. Yes.
Yep. Good.
Okay. Also, I would like to remind you, Brion, that if you drop to 0 hit points, I believe you have like
An
It's
Orcus feature.
just only once per long rest, and I already,
already
used
did that,
it when
yeah.
we
Okay,
were
perfect, thank you.
mind-fucked.
Yeah, now it is your turn.
I'll just yoink the one closest to me. I believe this one.
Yes.
With my bike.
Okay. That just doesn't hit.
God.
Unable to hit it. Your pike just stomps into the forest floor instead. And it snarls back at you again.
Okay.
Now...
I'll bare my teeth and just tense up my muscles.
Okay. Now it is 2's turn. 3.
I can't see Xenamin's hit points or name for some reason.
I can make that appear. Never mind. There you go.
Yep.
All right. So, the creature that is just right left of you, Alduin, will try and attack you as you just come back to life with a 9 hit.
Nope.
Okay, so as it just like it bites at your feet, and it's just its mouth is now filled with forest floor. Instead, you just kick it against its face, and just its teeth just bared up at you. Then it will be 6's turn. That is the one behind you, Brion. So with pack tactics, that is a 12 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. It
biting
will
my
try
strong
and
tuckers.
hit you again, but you're moving limply with this new regained energy from Lux's massively cool spell. And then it is 8's turn. 8 is also right next to you. It will also try and hit you with Pack Tactics. That's a 12 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. Then
Flexing works.
it is 3. Flexing does seem to work. 3, it's right behind you. Alduin will try and hit you for a 13.
Does not hit.
Okay. Then it will...
Gets punched in the
they
face
all
when it
just
tries to-
seem... Yeah,
he's
you
on the
are
ground.
now just...
Like he's on the ground and he just like kick, punch.
And then, oh yeah, you guys are on the ground, so with disadvantage as well. It would have been even lower. So creature 1. No, it's with advantage.
Yeah, it's just with advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, never mind. And then, so where's creature 1? Oh, that's the one next to Brion. We'll try and hit Brion for a 13.
Nope.
And it still misses. Like, the creature's just surprised by the sudden just green light washing over to the forest floor. They're unable to hit you all. They're just blinded by this light. It's now Xanamin's turn. Xanamin, what would you like to do?
Could I just make attacks while I'm prone, like spells?
Yes?
Yeah. In that case, I'm going to use a cantrip as soon as I have my character sheet back. I would like to do a ray of... no, I'll firebolt this doggo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, just make an attack roll.
Just trying to see if I have a disadvantage if I'm prone.
I don't think you'd have disadvantage for casting spells when you're prone.
It's an attack roll.
Yeah.
Only if it's attacking another prone creature because it's ranged.
Yes.
Okay.
Not the other way around. So you can just like shoot laser line
Okay.
first floor. Don't worry about it.
Great. Then this is my firebolt.
Yeah, definitely hits. Roll for damage. 7 fire damage. You see that this creature is just singed all around. It's just barely hanging on to life as this firebolt just completely burns away most of its fur. It's just yelping in the air, just screaming out in pain. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I'd like to get up for one, but I'm gonna stay in my. I'll get up and move 1 space. It's there,
Okay.
and that's the end
Yeah.
of my turn.
All right, then it's creature 4's turn. Which one is it? I think it's one. Yes, and that one will try and attack Alduin. 13. Will that hit you?
9.
9. It will. It just again. It's just biting into the forest floor.
Also gets kicked.
Huh?
He's just kicking.
It's yeah. It's just
He's just
blinded by
blocking.
this just fired bolt that just bursted into its face, and as it's just still like recovering from the fire, just burning away its flesh, it just bites just into mid-air, unaware of where to sink its teeth in. Alduin, it is now your turn. What would you
Okay.
like to do?
Alduin gets up. And he attacks the same one that Xanamin just attacked.
Yes.
For your notes, the sword is no longer... I don't think the sword is no longer burning, because it doesn't say specifically, but I doubt it would still be burning. So it's just
Okay.
a 12 to attack.
Okay. Is it a concentration spell?
It's not a spell, it's a feature, and it only says that I lose it when I am not holding the sword.
Well, you were still holding the sword, and I believe that if a cleric goes unconscious, the spiritual weapon is also still up.
I don't know. It's up to you.
I will allow it. That
Cool,
your
then it's still
sword will
burning.
continue to burn until you die, or until you die.
Or take a long rest, or actually drop the sword. Then it will
Yes,
actually
yeah.
lose it. So that's a 12 to hit. That doesn't
Okay.
change.
No, it does not hit.
It just swings over.
Right. You're rolling low.
I'm always rolling low on roll 20.
Yeah.
When I'm playing, when I'm DMing, I'm not.
At the start, these creatures were rolling just 18 and 19s the whole time, except for on Brion. Now they're rolling like 3s and 5s and 7s.
Remember yesterday? Remember those zombies that kept saving?
Oh god, yes.
Yeah.
I was looking at a TPK and I'm like, shit, you guys could take these things. Why is it going wrong? Lux, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
And Lux just knocks another arrow and tries to shoot the one in front of her.
All right.
Damn it.
It misses. Now it is that creature's turn, and it will try and bite you. It's an 8. It will not hit, and instead it's just biting into grass. Now, Brion, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna stab the one close to me with my pike again.
All right. Come on, roll well. Ah! That's a natural 1! Yeah, no. You just, like, pike it into the forest floor, and it's sunken in deep. It's even giving you trouble getting it back out again, but it seems that these pikes, they're too unwieldy to hit these dogs with.
Yep.
All right. Now it is Two's
the
turn,
hell?
which is next to Alduin. What?
What's wie heeft er
Can you hear my excited boyfriend shout?
Ja.
Yeah, that's
Very clearly.
That's a very excited Duncan shouting into downstairs, right? I'm in the
Yeah,
I'm in the attic.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
It
letting
was-
you know.
It was like he was in the other room, pretty much. So
Okay, so since Brion did ask for a pee break, I will give you all a pee break right now. Because
Awesome.
I need one as well. And then let's hope that roll 20 will be more favorable towards your attacks after a 5-minute break.
Sure.
Fingers crossed. Okay.
They're
Alright.
really, really unlucky.
Yes! Alright, guys. See you soon.
Yep.
A party was desperately fighting for their life in the midst of a forest that on the path to a druid that seemingly protects his house quite well. The only creature that they have managed to vanquish so far, has disappeared into thin air, almost as if as soon as a pike pierced its body, it just evaporated into the air. The others, however, are still very much alive and very much attacking all of them, though most seem to be most seem to be still quite healthy. There are a few that have taken quite some damage with scorched faces and pike stabs in between their shoulder blades. However, the party is on their last legs, trying to fend off these creatures in the midst of this forest. And let's see. The turn order, I believe that we were with creature 6. That is this one, next to Brion. So, Brion, let's start with you, as this creature will try and attack you with advantage for a 13 to hit. Does that hit?
Alduin, you're muted.
I thought you said Brion.
Yeah,
sorry.
Brion,
Oh,
yeah.
Brion. Fuck me. Okay.
Yeah.
What hits?
13.
Nope.
Okay, so this creature just tries and bites you again, and instead it just grabs into the earth and just pulls up dirt, unable to really grab a hold onto you as you're just moving around these 3 creatures, and then 8 will try and attack you as well. For a 15, does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Okay, so that one instead is just snarling, and its teeth gnaw onto your leather pants, but unable to sink its teeth further into your flesh. It does not do any damage. And then it's 3, and 3 will try and attack Alduin. So Alduin, this creature will just jump up. And a 5 will not hit you, and your sword just blocks its snarling face instead, burning alight with the flames.
I'm shaking my head, even though my camera is not working currently.
Okay, and then creature 1, just on the other side of you, will also try and just its like its pointy ears just flat onto its face, and its teeth just elongated and sharp, and will try and hit you.
Who is it attacking? Because you dropped when you said who it was attacking.
Brion. It will attack Brion. For a 16, does a 16 hit?
That's my AC.
That will hit, and it will do 3 damage as it bites into your flesh, finally having a... It just locks its jaws around it, and it will not let go as you take 3 damage. And then Xanamin. Xanamin, it's your turn. What would you like to do? You see everyone being just heavily attacked from all sides.
You're muted.
Muted.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to use an action to disengage, so I can get away.
Okay.
I'm already standing. I can move a lot. So I'm going to stand over there. And I think that will be the end of my turn, as I can't do anything as a bonus action.
All right.
What would help me? Yeah.
And then it's creature 4's turn. That is this one. Let's see if it recharges its teleport. It does, and it will teleport up to your face and just snarl angrily at you. As the DM realized that teleport is an action, and bite is also an action, it can only do 1 action.
It can actually attack after it teleports. It says in the text.
Oh yes, it can. It will attack.
Sorry, bruh. Sorry.
For a 10, does a 10 hit you?
No, 10 doesn't hit me.
Okay, so it teleports and tries to like bite, but instead if it bites in mid-air, just a few inches short, you see its jaws just snap right in front of your nose, and you just like you're just in time to move just another step back. Elduin, it is your turn. What would you like?
Elduin's gonna smack this not so good boy over here. Which is the one that was previously attacked by Xanamin, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
He's just gonna try and smack it.
And
That's
it
the
misses.
same thing. That is the same thing. So Brion and I have both rolled 12s in our last 3 turns.
Yeah. You both rolled like a 3. Although it's 7 plus 3 plus... Oh god, this is terrible, guys. So yeah, no, the creature just evades instead. You're unable to hit it. Now it's Lux's turn. Lux, what would you like to do?
Since I'm mostly out of magic, I'll just try to shoot it again with my longbow.
You could also shoot a different creature from just without the disadvantage from a distance. If you want to try and help Brion instead.
I think it's ruled that if you're engaged with a foe in melee range, you have disadvantage regardless.
I don't think so.
No?
I have never heard about that.
No, I've never heard of that.
Oh, okay. In that case, I would actually have shot another one.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll shoot the one that's to the left of Brion. Oops, sorry. Should be the first one.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Can I roll damage in this one?
You just click on longbow, on the word longbow.
Yeah, but it rolls
In chat. No, in chat. In the chat. Click
In
longbow
the chat. On the little word longbow. Yes. Which one do you attack? Can you point at it?
I'm not sure if I can point at it. The
But-
one that's left of Brion.
So this one?
Yeah, the blue
That
one. No,
Okay.
the other
Yeah?
one. Yeah.
This one? Alright. So yeah, you attack it, and as the arrow just swooshes past, it sinks right into the back of its skull, and you just hear it yelp out in extreme pain as blood just drips down its neck, and it falls a little bit onto the floor, just like with ragged breathing. It is barely conscious still. Is there anything you would like to do with a bonus action?
Nope, nothing I can do.
Okay, then it is Five's turn. That is the one that is next to you, and it will try and attack you. Does a 17 hit?
Yeah, it does hit.
And you will take 2 damage.
Ouch!
As it finally, like, as you lift up your bow and shoot one of its friends instead, it finally finds an opening and sinks its teeth in, but your elbow just hits it right into its head again. So it lets go, just barely nicking you for 2 damage. Now it is Brion's turn. Brion, what would you like to do?
I will instead. No, it doesn't make any difference. I'm going to stab the one that Lux just hurt real bad.
Yeah.
With my pike.
All right, hit it. Yes, it hits.
Awesome.
It hits, and you just lift up your pike, and as this creature, just like with an arrow right at the back of its skull, it's bleeding profusely onto the ground, just like it's just with its haggard breathing, it's just kind of like in a very submissive position. You find your chance to just lift up the pike up into the air, and then you just stab it with all of your might into the ground, and you just feel your pike just sink through the soft flesh of its neck right into the ground, unable to move, and it just like yelps out, and then there's no sound anymore. And then suddenly, poof, it disappears into midair, seemingly out of nowhere. Just little glitter left behind.
Okay.
Fairy dust.
Fairy dust. Good.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to do with a bonus action?
I don't have any bonus actions.
All right. Now it is creature 2's turn. Still at full health, it will try and attack Aldwin for a 13. Does that hit?
9. Does
You
not,
did.
does not hit.
It does not hit. All right. So yeah, your sword is just around, and as with the fire still staring on it, the creature just like backs away at the very last moment, unable to go through with its attack. Now it is 6's turn. That would be the one next to Brion, and it will try and attack Brion for a 16. Does that hit?
That's my armor class.
All right, and it will bite you for 4 damage as its teeth sink into the back of your calves, and just you are now all just like bleeding profusely from your lower legs as these creatures have been just biting you everywhere. And then 8 will also attack you right after that for a 6, and it misses as you just move your body out of the way. It just like its teeth just clash really hard, echoing onto the forest as it just bites into mid-air. Now it is 3's turn, which will try and attack Xanamin again for a 11. 11. Does that hit you, Xanamin?
That does not hit me.
Okay, you just dexterously moving around this animal like jumping over it, trying to just move out of its like a strong, sharp jaws way. Now it is creature's one. That one is the one that just died. And then it's Xanamin's turn. Xanamin, what would you like to do?
I would like to cast a firebolt on the creature that's next to me.
All right. I think that is with disadvantage. No?
Yeah, it's a ranged
spell.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just click on disadvantage.
And a 10 misses as you just shoot the fire, and it goes wide, shooting into the thick of a forest instead, just blasting against the bark of a tree, leaving a scorch mark behind. And then it is the creature behind Alduin's turn. Is there anything else you would like to do, Sanam?
No.
Okay, and it will try and attack Alduin to hit.
Sorry, what? I cannot hear what you're saying.
Alduin, does
Yes.
a 20 hit you? All right. So, as its teeth clench around you, it hits you for 2 damage.
I am still alive.
You are
I
still
don't know
alive.
how, but I am still alive.
Oh my god! Yeah,
Well, I
rolled a
would have been
1
alive
for
anyway,
damage.
but I'm still conscious at this point.
All right, nice.
Okay.
So yeah, it just like it damages you as its teeth like bad. All right, that is its turn. Now, Alduin, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Gonna attack the one that I've been trying to attack for 2 turns. Here we go. Roll 20.
Come on, hit it.
You my boy. You my boy. Roll 20, you my boy.
Yes, it hits.
There we go. That's 10 points of slashing damage and 2 points of fire damage.
Could you point at the one
to
that you
this
just attacked?
That one. The one I've been
Okay.
attacking.
So, how would you like to finish
Do
that
this?
one off? Huh?
How do I want to do this? Oh no, you can't say that, right?
I said, how do you want to finish that one off?
Okay, so with the flaming sword, he just turns it around, just right again between the back of the neck, just. and
Okay,
takes it
you're
back
also
out.
decapitating this creature just
No,
like
no,
as
just
it's...
stabbing it in the back of the neck, so it's not.
Oh yeah,
decapitating.
just stabbing it in the back, and then as you stab it in the back and it sinks into its flesh, it also just like explodes into glitter in midair, just disappearing from sight.
And then he turns around to the other one, and that's the end of my. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Now, Lux, it is
Very
your
beaten
turn.
and bruised Alduin.
What would you like to do, Lux?
I would like to shoot the one that's behind Brion.
All right.
Above her.
Yeah.
How do you point them out?
You use your cursor and then you
Keep it
press. Yeah.
It doesn't
Perfect.
work for me.
Then
If you hold it,
hold
Yeah,
it.
Click.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Great. I'm learning.
Yeah.
yes.
Ah.
It hits.
Yay!
13 is that AC, guys. So it hits.
Finally.
And you're using that one, and then with 6 damage, you notice that this creature also, as the arrow just sinks right into its jaw, going through the throat, you notice that it was just enough for it too to suddenly explode into glitter in mid-air, disappearing from the battlefield. And now it is creature 5's turn, which is the one next to you. And it will try and attack you again. 16, does that hit?
That it's.
And it will damage you for 2 damage.
That's enough.
All right. Its teeth sink again, nicking you right at the legs. I think the tables have turned as I am rolling very terribly right now.
You better be.
No, like I can show you my logs later. Anyways, Now it is Brion's turn. Brion, what would you like to do?
Yeah, let's just stab this one. Or wait.
Roll to attack.
Yeah, I'm going to stab that one.
7 misses.
Really?
As you just stab into the ground instead, this creature jumping out of the way. Is there anything you would like to do?
Throwing something is an action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't know. You could grab some of the sand and throw it in his face if you'd like. I'll
Is that
allow it.
a doable thing?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
I won't bend. I'll kick it in his face.
Okay, sure. You'll kick it in his face. Now, just make an attack roll. I'm just allowing it, just for fun.
How do I make just an attack roll?
You do 1d20 plus strength modifier.
Does it work like this?
Yeah. Like, you kick into the ground and the dust flies up a little bit, but it doesn't seem to reach this creature's face.
It's +3. Does that help?
No. And then it is Two's turn. Okay, and that one is right next to Eldwin, and it will try and attack Eldwin for a 8. Does an 8 hit you? It does not. You are, and your last legs, you're bloodied, gashes all over your body. Like, there's just these, like, large swats of skin and flesh just hanging in mid-air. As the teeth of all of these creatures have been trying to bite it off. And on your last legs, you use pain for your attacks. This creature is unable to just cause any more pain to you. You just instead roar back at it. Now it is 8's turn next to Brion. It saw you just kick up this sand into its face. It just moves out of the way and it will try and attack you for an 8. But seemingly the sand was enough of a distraction for it unable to hit you, and instead it just moves onto the other side as you just move out of the way of its attack. Now it is creature 3's turn, and it will also try and attack Xanamin again for a 14. Does a 14 hit you, Xanamin?
Yeah, 14 hits me.
Okay, and it will bite you for 6 damage.
That brings me down.
Oof. Then it is your turn, Xanamin.
I make a death save.
Oh god.
And I fail.
It's a failure. Alright, then it's creature 4's turn. Who's dead? There's no creature 4. And then it's Eldwin. Eldwin, it is your turn. You see that you hear Xanamin just scream out in pain, and then you hear him just, his body just flop onto the ground again, and this snarling creature like grabbing just a swath of its of your friend's flesh, just biting into Xanamin's stomach and just tearing a bit of its skin away. You hear it just ravaging there. What do?
You see Alduin look behind him, and he's like, I can't move, and he has to attack the one that's in front of him.
Yes. Come on, hit it.
Come on. There we go. Another 24. There we go.
DM is rooting for us.
Alright, 6 points of slashing damage, 3 points of fire damage.
So, how do you want to finish this one off?
This one's head's coming off. This one is just a swing down, just one fell swoop. It's immediately cauterized. The wound's just seared closed.
So you look over your shoulder, you see your friend fall to the ground, and like almost as if like the flames of your sword are now burning in your eyes. You have like this burning desire, this focus. You turn back to this creature, says, "Not today," and you just slash through its neck, just in the moment that it tries to jump up and attack you again. And in mid-air, this creature's body falls onto the ground and its head rolls over onto the ground as well. The wound immediately cauterized. You are now free. This creature just disappears into glitter as well.
Okay, he will then walk up to behind the dog and he'll kick it to get its attention, just like, hey!
Yeah, make an intimidation check.
Oh, surprisingly enough, he's not actually very good at those.
I'll let you use your strength modifier. Yeah, no.
As I said, like, he's still good at that.
This creature just looks over its shoulder and sees you just half walking, half crawling
Like
over the
limping,
forest
pretty much.
floor. You're just a limp, blood everywhere. It does not seem impressed. Lux, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Do I see the one next to Xanamin from under the trees? Can I look?
Yes, this tree is a very high tree. So yeah, you can just like because the treetop is like very high, so you can just look underneath it. Yes.
So I'll shoot this one.
All right. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
Get away from him!
How would you like to do this?
As it's snarling on top of my new friend, I would just like to have the arrow pierce into his ear.
Okay, yeah, so you just like, you grab your longbow, you move out of the way as the creature that is right next to you is still trying to, is still holding onto your leg. It's just like an annoying chihuahua continuously biting onto your leg. You just like focus and the arrow shoots through the air underneath the canopy of the tree right into one ear of the creature, out of the other ear of the creature, and without bleeding it suddenly bursts into glitter out of existence. Is there anything you would like to do? Bonus action, movement?
No. I'm just staying around.
Alright, now it's creature's 5's turn and it will try and attack you. For a 9, this 9 does not hit, as you are still able to dexterously move out of the way. Brion, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna stab this bitch again.
Stab it!
Boom.
Yeah, it hits! How would you like to finish that one?
I want to stab my pike just in between his eyes and just.
Okay, you growl at it, and as you growl at it, with like your snarling tusks everywhere, just fire in your eyes, this creature, intimidated by you, just moves its snout very close to the ground, and you lift your pike up and you just stab it right into the skull, and it too bursts into just this explosion of glitter everywhere. And then that one is dead. That one is dead. That one is dead. Now it is Xanamin's turn. Xanamin, make a death saving throw.
Yes.
Come on. Yes, that's one save.
Good.
Alduin, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Right.
You just saw Brion finish one, the creature that was next to her off. Also, just it bursts into an explosion of glitter. You still see one of these creatures like attacking the lithe elven woman, of which you felt her warm, glowing energy that lifted you back up from the floor. And you see your friend just bleeding out onto the ground. It's breathing. You just heard one of its breath gasping for air. He's still conscious. What would you like to do?
I would like to walk up to Xanamin, seeing that there's one left, and I will use my action to stabilize Xanamin.
Nice. With a healing kit?
Let's see. Drop into 0 hit points. You can use your action to administer first aid to an unconscious creature and attempt to stabilize it, which requires a successful DC 10 Wisdom Medicine check.
Yeah, go on. Make a medicine check. All right, you just you tear off a piece of your shirt, just you're wrapping it out and you're pushing it onto the large wound that Xanamin has on its stomach. You're applying first aid, stopping its bleeding, and soon, within seconds, you hear Xanamin breathing more regular again. Lux, it is your turn. What would you like? Yes?
For quick reference, if I had a medicine kit, it would just negate the roll.
Yes. Okay.
So that.
Thank you. Lux, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm kind of angry, trying to kick back the hound that is in front of me and try to nail this one with an arrow as well. I'm just be fucking glitter, bitch.
Okay. All right.
I'm fed up with this one. It's not turning into glitter.
No, your arrow goes wide and it shoots into the bark of the tree instead. It is now its turn, and it will try and attack you with an 8, but that misses. So it's just distracted by the arrow. You two are in a battle, trying to harm each other, but both of you are unable to damage the other. Brion, it is your turn, and you see that this creature is still jumping up onto Lux, trying to grab her arms, trying to break her bow that she's holding in her hand. What do you want to do?
I am going to move up here. And while I'm doing that, I kind of want to just leap forward to him with my pike out in front.
All right. I'll give you advantage. Yes, that hits. Roll for damage. 8 piercing damage. You are finally able to pierce through the hide of the creature that is next to Lux. This one has been undamaged so far, but you have certainly gotten its intention. And instead of trying to grab onto Lux's bow, it is now turning and facing you, Brion. Xanamin, you are stabilized.
Yes.
Yeah, he's still unconscious.
Yes.
He will regain. Let me just quickly.
Roll
He will regain
yes.
1 hit point after 2 hours, unless he's healed earlier. But he's still unconscious.
Perfect.
But he doesn't make saving throws.
Alduin, what would you like to do? Is you just stabilized your friend?
I am staying with Xanamin, so this is the end of my turn.
Okay, Lux, what would you like to do? As you see the Brion just successfully pierce the hide of this creature.
She's just fuck it. And she grabs the mace from her back and tries to...
Okay.
Can I swap it that way?
You are proficient with mace, right?
Yes, I am, but I suck with them.
Yeah, that's cool. Roll to attack with strength. And you have advantage because you're flanking, kind of. So there is a 21 to hit. And 6 damage.
That's the maximum I can have because my strength is 0.
So with the mace up into the air, you just bellow it down onto this creature's head. It yelps out in pain, just now being harried from both sides, not knowing what to do. It will try and flee, but is unable to recharge it. Instead, you see it just jump really limply up into the air as it tries to run away. You both have a attack of opportunity.
Good.
That is a natural 20. How would you like to just first roll the? Oh my god, 2 natural 20. Girls, tell me.
Okay.
How do you want to do this?
I just want to throw my pike at its butt.
I just wanna make his head turn into glitter.
Okay, as this creature jumps up into the air, trying to teleport away, you both recognize what it's trying to do, and you throw your spear right at its butt, and you just swing your mace right at its head, and it just, from both sides, it is spit roasted by both of your weapons and turns into glitter, and you both end up with your pike and your mace against each other, clanking into mid-air. And that is the end of this turn order.
Oh god.
Could I bonus action high five?
Yeah, totally.
Definitely.
I say to her, Lotto s'écria.
Good. You're getting there. You're getting there. That was amazing.
You hear Alduin from a little bit over. Lux, I could use your help over here.
I move over
Over there.
next to Xanamin, and not knowing if he's stable or not, I'll just use Spare the Dying on him.
Okay, nothing happens. I don't think Spare the Dying.
No, it does nothing.
You feel he's spared for dying.
Yeah.
You now, as you all are you're catching your breath again. You're sitting in a pool of your own blood on this forest floor. Twigs and branches just broken all around you. You hear little birds twittering in the air. A very gentle breeze through. The scent of just lovely wet grass and a little pond further up, just breaking through. What would you like to do?
So, it'll probably take a couple hours before Xanamin wakes up.
That's okay. I'll grab a piece of my undershirt and just start dapping away some of the blood from Luxor wounds.
Alduin will start treating his own wounds. After he has already treated Xanamin's wounds, he'll take care of his own wounds. Wraps cloth around his left hand to make sure it's okay. We should probably start heading back into town. And it could take a couple hours for him to wake up anyway.
You wanna just drag him?
Well,
You
I
do
think-
realize if you want to head back through town, you'd have to go through that part of the forest with the strange flowers.
Yeah, I think. How late is it? How guesstimating?
The sun is nearly setting.
Okay. How about we we set up camp for the night?
You want to set up camp over here?
It seems fairly safe right now, and I don't know, Lux, you have any means of protection left?
No, I'm pretty drained. Like all the way. I have nothing left.
And well, does it take for you to really sleep, or can you just chill out for a bit?
Well, I'll just have to kind of meditate and connect for like 4 hours or so. I don't really have to sleep. But
Okay, in the meantime I could just keep an eye out, and then we'll just see if Xanamin is doing alright.
maybe we should just sit around him with our backs against him so we can keep watch and keep him safe.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll sit over here.
Nature at its finest. Beautiful and deceiving.
I'll just get some twigs and larger pieces of wood to make a campfire.
All right.
Brion will munch on one of her rations.
Lux is just scanning the forest to see if anything else is about to hit us, if there's any of the dogs that teleported away are coming back. Yeah, just kind of checking around me, my surroundings.
Yep. So we just
Here's a little campfire that you're setting up.
Oh wait, I don't have the battle map currently viewing.
Okay, that's fine.
I can switch back if you want.
Yeah, continue. No, it was just a joke. Okay. So, with your backs against Zenemin's unconscious body, you're keeping vigilant watch all around you as you see the sun setting right behind the canopy's horizon. The sounds of birds are changing. The little birds are just slowly fading away, and instead you hear crickets and other creatures of night. The 2 hours pass. Is there anything you would like to talk about in those 2 hours?
I would like to say to the rest of you, like, I could stay up for like the first 4 hours or so you guys can get some sleep and maybe someone can take over watch. I don't really like this at all, but I don't think we really have a choice.
No, it's not a great situation that we're in currently. I really need rest.
so
I'll
do I.
stay up for the next 4 hours. If someone can just take over from there, and then I'll just meditate for the rest of the night. That's okay with you guys?
That should be good. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really ominous though.
Yeah, don't know what else is out here. Wasn't expecting blink dogs in the forest not too far outside of town. It's odd.
Yes,
How
That
is
they
it
are
called?
blink dogs.
as
I
a
know.
monster hunter,
Oh yeah.
I would like you. I think that Alduin would
Oh,
know
no,
of such a
yeah.
creature. It is quite a common creature as well. But make a Arcana
No.
check, or
Arcana? Both is
Yes.
fine. Both nature and Arcana are the same for me.
make an Arcana check, Alduin, and like you just noticed blink dogs here, and look,
Strange.
make an Arcana check. With a 20 Arcana, and the fact that you are trying to make you a druid, you realize that these blink dogs are different. Normally, when you kill a creature, its body is left behind. However, these just disappeared out of existence like glitter. It's almost as if they were part of sort of a spell. And then you realize it's probably like a summon creature spell or something like that. And you think that these blink dogs were summoned as part of to guard this path up to the druid by the druid.
These blink dogs weren't natural.
They
Someone
didn't
made them.
look natural.
Do you think it's natural when something bursts into glitter after you?
I mean, I said they didn't look natural. I mean,
Oh.
I don't believe Brion would know about blink dogs, so she's like, those were very weird puppies.
But you're right. Normally, creatures like that don't just disappear when you kill them. It's not ordinary.
I do like the touch of the glitter though.
It looked fun.
It doesn't make me feel as
Didn't
guilty.
feel fun though.
No, it hurts. We should keep our eyes open. Be really careful.
Otherwise,
I
you'll
think-
oh, sorry. Go for it.
I think just one watch at a time.
I'll do the first one.
Well, actually, I could do the first one like a 4-hour watch.
Right, you said. Yeah, that's good. I'll have a 4-hour nap. Take out my massive bedroll.
I'll take the third watch then. because we're gonna need
All
a third
right.
watch.
So after 2 hours, Xanamin, you come back to consciousness again.
Okay.
Muted. Oh no.
Hey, buddy.
No, I'm not
Never mind.
muted. Yeah.
Hey, bud.
What?
You are surrounded by the backs of newfound friends and the friends you've already had, with like a cloth just stopping the bleeding gash wound on your midriff. That's going to be a nasty scar later on.
Cool
So
story though.
we're still alive then?
So it
Are
seems.
are you okay?
Well, I don't feel okay, but I'll live, I think.
You don't look okay either.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna have to clean that wound up though as well.
Could you have done that while I was unconscious?
I wanted to see a reaction to it first. Don't know how your body responds to the wound. Don't know what type of wound it is.
It's currently looks quite nasty. You hope those things don't have any.
So Alduin will probably have like boiled some water on the fire, like just basic things, and he'll it'll be cold at this point, but it at least will have been boiled, and he'll start to clean up Xanamin's wound as well, and
I'll
rebandage
offer.
rebandage it with a new strip of cloth to.
I'll
make it
offer
clean up.
Xanamin my hand during the cleaning so he can squeeze it.
Yeah, because it's gonna hurt like hell.
Yep.
Squeeze all you want.
Brion, you don't happen to have some alcohol on you, perchance?
Totally not. I'm not sure. I don't know where to find my pack and my stuff in World
I think in the previous session, one of you
We can't hear you.
purchased.
What?
Hello?
Do that
Yeah,
again.
we can hear you again.
Okay. I think in the previous session, one of you.
Do you got again? The exact same part of the sentence.
I think in the previous session, one of you poured a ale.
God damn it.
One of us poured a mug of ale in a water skin, and I believe that was me, but I don't know for sure. So I can get out my beery water skin.
Don't know if that's gonna do though.
Can you hear me
It
clearer
will
now?
help me. It's yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you now. We'll have to. I'll have to get a medicine kit when we get to town to actually be able to disinfect the wound and make sure it doesn't fester. But it should be fine for now, for a little bit. For the rest of you too, by the way, those wounds need to be cleaned. Use the water that I just boiled.
So
I'll kind of spit on one of my wounds and just
Don't-
rub with my sleeve. I'll
You
go
do hear water from some sort of pond a bit further up ahead.
Spit'll do for now.
Brion, that's not a good idea.
You've seen me.
I know, but when there is better available, you should use that. Trust me, I know medicine. And I know healing. Just trust me on this.
Okay, I'll respect that.
Okay. But if we don't have anything other available, go ahead and use your spit because it's better than nothing.
True story.
Okay, so with that, I think we start to have a long rest then.
Okay, yeah, you all start to have a long rest. Give me
So,
1 second.
Brion, you're
During
taking...
this long rest. Sorry,
Sorry, no, go ahead.
what would you like to do?
No, I was just checking who was taking first watch, second watch, and third watch.
Who wants to do first watch?
I have first watch.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll do second.
Okay, then as Brion and Xanamin and Alduin are taking a rest, Lux, you notice that Brion is moving agitated in her sleep. Her eyes are just clenching, and it looks like she's having a dream.
Does it seem different than normally when she has dreams? Because she is quite a heavy, loud sleeper anyway.
Well, she's a heavy sleeper, but she doesn't move much normally.
She doesn't what?
She doesn't move this much.
You keep dropping out.
I don't know why.
Could you check your Discord settings? Check the oh god, this is gonna look weird.
Well,
Better? Yeah?
the
We'll
input
see.
sensitivity.
Ja,
Okay.
je moet even je input sensitivity checken, denk ik. Je instellingen.
Or talk a little less loud.
Or louder.
My
Actually.
input volume is very high.
No. Input sensitivity.
Sensitivity.
Automatically determine input sensitivity.
Should be fine.
Is that on?
Okay.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you might
Okay.
have to put it in manual.
But we'll see. We'll see what it does now.
Alright.
It's good. Okay.
Anyways. So yeah, you notice that she's having a vivid dream right now.
Before I turn to her, I'll just look around again to see if nothing is approaching us. If none of those creatures are summoned again.
Make a perception check.
The owl is
At the
making me
moment-
look over my shoulder all the time.
It's lower and lower than my passive perception.
Yeah, you're looking around, but you're a little bit more. You're a little distracted by how Brion's currently moving on the forest floor.
I kind of feel her head to feel if she's sweaty or warm or.
Make a medicine check. She seems a little bit warmer than normal.
Well, that's to be expected with all those previous wounds. I'll just let her sleep and continue my watch.
Okay. Your watch has ended. Nothing else seemed to happen during your restful looking around. You are still distracted by Brion. Occasionally, every time she twitches or breaks some twigs in the canopy, in the grass. However, as your 4 hours are up, you can wake up the next person to take a watch.
I wake up Leon. Just kinda shaking her. Leon,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Everything calm?
Were you dreaming?
I think I was. Yeah, I believe I was.
What were you dreaming?
Oh, it's weird. It's something with water and a woman. It's really weird. But I'm up now. I'm good. Did you see anything?
No, well, it seems all just normal around here, but you were really like moving a lot in your sleep. You feel a bit warm. I was just thinking, yeah, it seems like you had a nightmare or something.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Well,
I have not really figured out what it's about.
your dream.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I said, there's a woman and some water. It's really weird.
Try tell me your dream. All you remember, because the longer you stay awake, the harder it is to kind of grasp it.
That's true. I mean, there's stones in a circle, and then there's a lady that's standing in between the stones, and then she just goes like, get over her. So I was like, she needs help, so I went over, and then she was crying, and then I saw something in the water.
Like what?
I've got no idea. I have no idea. It was just a shadow, something. I don't know.
Is this the first time you had this dream?
No. No, it's the second time.
When was the first?
A couple of days ago? Yesterday? I don't remember.
It was today.
Oh, it was today.
Yeah.
Oh, right. It was
Yeah.
when it was at the other place in the forest where shit got crazy.
The flower part.
Yes.
Do you think it's a vision?
Of what?
I don't know. It's just, well, I've seen you sleep a lot because you sleep like the whole night and I'm awake, just being bored. Just
Creepy, but okay.
this time it was different than when you normally sleep. I was just thinking maybe it's not a normal dream.
Could be. I don't know. Usually I'm not that heavy of a dreamer, actually. I mean, like the occasional stuff, but not like this. Maybe the effects of the weird flowers haven't really gotten out of my head yet.
Yeah, maybe. I,
You
I don't
should
know what to think of this forest. I mean, it's beautiful and it's fascinating, but also, well, it almost killed us like 3 times now.
It's strange. But then, I mean, we have stuff to do, right? Like, we gotta help those people out, and then, I mean, normal people wouldn't have survived what we just gone through, so just relax for a bit, and then after we'll go find out what happened.
I'm actually surprised about how handy this mace turned out to be. I thought I wouldn't be able to lift it.
You handled that very impressively. That
I was pretty pissed.
chapeau.
I'm not even really capable of lifting it now.
It's adrenaline, I think.
I guess so. Well, anyway, I think it's time for me to do some meditation.
Yeah. You go do your thing, and I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, sure. And I'll start to meditate. I'm just kind of concentrating on all the parts of the day and trying to make a connection to the orchard to kind of feel its presence in this forest. If the orchard is actually here, or if the orchard is driven out by the strange magics of this wood. And just
Make a religion check.
Religion.
Wow. In your meditation, you see something. It's very vivid. It's almost as if you're there.
Are you sending me stuff?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Whisper.
Give me 1 second. I can actually do this out loud. This may be better. So, you see a circle of stones. And in the middle of this circle of stones is a beautiful woman. More beautiful than you've ever seen before. She's beckoning you to come closer. What do you do in your dream? Or in this vision, Lux, as you are meditating?
Do I feel like her intentions are pure?
Make an insight check. From the distance that you see her, you can't really gauge anything about her intentions apart from that she's just standing in this circle of stones beckoning you to come closer.
Well, I trust its guidance, so I'll just approach.
Okay. As you get closer, your way is blocked by green waters. Something underneath the surface is lurking at you. The closer you get, the more you see that the lady in the middle of this circle of stones is crying. What do you do?
It's blocked by water, just like
Yeah.
how blocked by water? Like a wall or like a river?
Let me show you a map. Give me 1 second. Okay. I should have this one. No. Okay, I hope I have. Okay, I need to upload it. Give me 1 second. There we go. It's uploading.
Noot noot.
1 moment, please. There we go.
We need elevator music.
Yeah. Toot, 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 toot. Okay, now I need to stretch it out. So, I'll put you on it. Okay. Yeah. Almost there. Just a moment, sorry. Oh, that's terrible. There you go. This is what you see.
Okay, like swampland.
Yes.
I do another small prayer and just say, guide me and give guidance to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just speak up to the lady. You are the one who visited Brion.
So you're speaking up to the lady?
Yeah.
Yes. Could you say it again?
You are the one who visited Brion.
You see the lady, just tears are streaming down her face, and her hand is just slowly lowering, and she nods yes.
Why are you crying?
She just moves her hand and look like almost as if she's like pointing at everything around her, and then looks at you, begging. for
Is it
understanding. Sorry, what?
Is the land cursed?
She nods yes.
Are you even on the same plane as me?
She nods yes. Her eyes just widening with understanding, hope, almost.
Where are you?
She just like moves around and shows you the circle of stones. And then she puts her hand up on her chest.
And you said I saw something moving in the water.
Do you want to look at the water?
I don't want to go into the water, but I do want to look at the water.
Make a perception check. You see that something underneath the surface of the water is just moving. It looks like thick black worms, not like snakes, but almost the same size. They're like the size of your hands. They're slithering everywhere in the water. It seems to be teeming full of it.
I just kind of step back.
Yes.
Has the druid anything to do with this? Or is it just a coincidence?
She shakes her head.
He has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, she shakes her head.
Should we press on or turn back?
She just like puts her hand on her and then one hand on a stone, and then you see that the stone lifts up with like crackling energy, and she grabs her hand back as if in pain. And just like beckons you again to come closer.
Is there any way to come closer without stepping in the water?
This is what you see on the map. There might be ways, is how creative you could be.
I'll try and leap over there.
Okay. That is jumping from your spot, so make an athletics check to see how far you can jump.
Oh yeah, that's no acrobatics.
Nope. Yeah, you just manage by just with your heels kind of touching the water to jump over to here, and as you land, dust flares up, and the woman is just holding her heart again, and she just puts her hand up and continues to beckon, but as you come closer, the entire world around you begins to blur, and your vision blurs, and it just fades away.
Wait!
And your meditation is ended. The 4 hours are up, and you're pulled out of this vision.
I just kind of look around to see if there's no black snakes or water or...
Okay, yeah. So you come out of your meditation, you look around, you see at this point that it's Alduin who's now currently having watch as being the last person. The sun is slowly rising from the horizon. You hear in the far distance little birds waking up. There are no owls longer hooting all around.
You also hear the sound of Alduin sharpening a sword with a whetstone.
Did I move at all?
What?
Was I here the whole time?
Alduin, when she asked that, you have been noticing while sharpening the stones that she has been moving unusually much in her sleep, almost as if she was trying to jump whilst lying down.
You were
Yeah,
you
in
were moving a,
meditation.
you were moving a lot during meditation. Don't usually see people move that much during meditation.
Well,
But
this one
you
was
were
different.
here.
Did you have any dreams?
No, I had a dreamless sleep.
Okay.
I tend to have the most times. Don't really dream that much.
We should wake up the rest. There's something I have to talk about.
Yeah, sure. Well, maybe let Brion sleep for a little bit longer. It hasn't been that long. But we can wake Cinnamon up. It's lazy ass normally sleeps in for a long, long time.
Did enough time go by for a long rest, or should we?
Yeah, like if a long rest is often it doesn't necessarily mean you have to like sleep for exactly 8 hours. It's just restful, staying around, also sleep, things like that. So you could wake up Brion for the last like kind of half an hour of waking up kind of time, but 8 hours of long rest, kind of like 7.5 hours of long rest have passed so far.
Okay.
So enough time has passed. You cut out a bit at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like-
I think she slept enough. She likes to sleep, but she doesn't need much. I'll just try and wake everyone up.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh god.
You wake up with a ravenous hunger, Brion. Like, you're real hungry.
I'll dive into my pack immediately and eat anything I can find.
Whoa, good morning, sunshine.
Oh god, I'm hungry. Just, you know how I am. I mean... I'm
Here,
hungry.
have some stew. Alduin has probably been cooking making the rations into some sort of stew to make it a bit more palatable.
Well, make a check of your module for that.
Oh, my own?
Yeah, go for
Oh
it.
no, that's fine. That's just I don't think I have proficiency there, so it's just a straight up 1d20.
Yeah.
Nah, it's better than rations, but it doesn't give us temporary hit points. I don't know if you're ruling that, but that's basically how it works. It works. It's better than the rations just raw, but it's not like a culinary masterpiece.
I'll munch down on it anyway.
Lux is pretending it tastes pretty good. It's like, but you can really tell that she's lying.
Yeah.
Cinnamon, you are waking up with the smell and scent of Alduin's cooking that you're kind of used to. It's not that great, but you're
It's
waking up
average.
to it regardless.
Muted.
You're muted.
Good morning. So, I see we survived the night.
The life of
We
Jens
did.
being muted.
Yep. The life of me. Yep. We survived the night, and well, anything happen?
Not really. Kind of quiet.
Yeah. Cinnamon, did you have any dreams?
I did not. No.
Okay. Well, Brion, you told me about your dream before I went into meditation. And I actually saw your dream. I went into your dream.
You did what? What?
I was just meditating, and all of a sudden I kind of got like a vision. The same thing that you told me. Really beautiful female standing in a circle of stones.
Yeah.
And it was all surrounded with like swampland. But in the water, it was just like really big black worms. And she told me to approach her. And I asked her if the land is cursed. and she told me that it is, and that the druid has nothing to do with it. But she was really trying to. Well, I think she needed help badly.
Mm. I'll keep that in mind the next time I'm over there. But help? I mean, it's a dream. It's not like you can't help someone physically, like in a dream, can you? I mean,
As
Brianna's
you are
just really
explaining this,
confused.
Lux, as you are explaining this, and you are describing this beautiful elven woman with green hair, decorated with lily white flowers in her hair, and how mournful and sad she looked, I would like Alduin and Xanamin to make a nature or Arcana check.
I will do nature. You do Arcana.
That roll.
Alright. And you had nature, right?
Yep.
As she is describing this, an elven woman with green hair, standing in the midst of like this, what looks like this marshland with like a circle of white stones around her. You do realize that with the fake creatures of the other day, and you know, having a little bit of the fake creatures in the back of your mind, kind of sounds like she's describing a dryad. And especially when she's describing the environment around it, it's almost as if something or someone has trapped a dryad in a land of which trees have been chopped down, the land is dying, or cursed of some sort of way.
Do I see any of this, like the land being cursed or dying around us currently? Besides the fallen over trees, but there seem to be a lot of trees that are still alive, so...
You do notice that in the spot where you are, there are still some trees, but as you look further up ahead, more trees have been chopped down. And it's at this point where you realize that you are in a bit of forest that seems to have been successfully protected by something or someone, probably the druid, but a little bit away from the druid. So like if you would have to go east forward, that would be in the direction of the druid, but if you would go west forward, that's where most of the chopping of wood and deforestation has happened.
So actually, like, we're talking about woodcutters going into the forest to chop down trees and stuff.
There are no woodcutters currently in the forest.
Okay.
That's where
the trees are chopped down. They're not dying.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they're chopped down, and it seems to just be like sparser, less lush, this flourishing, more grayish, and make a perception check. Because you are now currently really looking around, right?
Yeah.
So with a 19 perception, you take a little jog. Just your interest peaked right now, and as you just walk a bit away from camp, and you go through the thick of the forest just in the immediate vicinity around you all, you suddenly begin to notice that the land is becoming soggier, more water.
Swampland.
And you do have a feeling if you would continue to go into that direction, you would happen upon more swamp-like lands.
And that was toward the west, right?
Yes.
Okay, so further away from the druid. Interesting.
A little bit further away from the druid.
Dryad. So
and what you know of a dryad, for those, because I know that you know what a dryad is, but a dryad is often, it's a beautiful, it almost looks like a beautiful elven form, like more beautiful than an elf self. It's just beauty personified. And then as you explain, or if you want to explain to your friends, the powerful, just give me 1 second. Yeah, a druid can emerge from a tree that she's bound to, and she can travel the land around the tree that she is bound to. But the tree always remains her home and her roots to this world. And as long as this tree remains healthy and unharmed, the druid stays forever youthful and alluring. And if the tree is harmed, she will suffer. If her tree is ever destroyed, she will descend into madness or despair. That is what you know.
So, Lux,
Yeah.
the woman you described, everything that you're telling me about this gives me the feeling that we might be dealing with a dryad. A forest spirit that protects forests. They tend to be bound to a specific tree that allows them everlasting youth, and in turn for that they protect the forest. What you describe feels like someone is either attacking her, or either someone or something is attacking her tree,
Maybe the
or
same
doing something else to it.
The druid is trying to protect against.
Possibly. Yeah, it doesn't feel like a druid would purposefully harm a dryad. That just feels very out of place. That doesn't make sense.
No, I asked her, and he has nothing to do with the cursing of the land.
But maybe he could. I mean, I have half of the things you're talking about. I don't have a clue what's happening. But maybe the druid can help us with the other D thing, dryad. I don't believe I know what that is. But
that spirit that they keep talking about, the phantom. Could it be the dryad trying to get attention somehow? Trying to fight back?
I mean, she was stuck on that little island. How could she gnaw through nets?
Well, not specifically herself, but she could still communicate with creatures and things like that. Because what we've seen, that the things that are doing the attacking are the creatures, not the phantom itself.
Well, yeah, I've got the scars to show for it now, so.
Well, if that is part of the dryad, this might be the druids doing the creatures.
This one here below your eye looks pretty cool on you, Leon.
Thanks. That's my favorite one. I mean, yeah, it's my favorite one. I really like that one.
I'll have a look at it. It's like, it used to be infected. That's why it looks like that. Didn't have to, though.
I mean, I like it, and it feels funny.
It feels funny?
It
like
does.
Currently?
Well, like the texture is funny.
Okay. Then it's good. Otherwise...
Yeah.
Well, maybe before we move on, I'll just find out if none of you are actually infected by these beasts. If your wounds aren't poisoned or anything. I'll set up a ritual, detect poison and disease.
Okay, so for the next 10 minutes, you're setting up a ritual. During this ritual, what kind of things would you do?
I'll just grab some leaves and some stones and putting them kind of into a circle, and I'm just drawing in between them and kind of mumbling in my, just completely in my bubble.
Okay, and then as you complete your ritual, your awareness suddenly bubbles out from you, and everyone now sees this almost this green mist made out of light just emanating forth from Lux, and it's just rolling very slowly over the forest floor, and it's cascading on all of you. Lux, you do not see any poison or disease right now on your friends.
Well, we should take good care of those wounds, but for now, we all seem...
Good. That's good. So,
So, Xenomon, what do you think about all of this?
Sonomin, now you know that it's a dryad. You can roll another Arcana check if you'd like.
Yeah,
With advantage,
like
because
to
you're
do
being
that.
helped.
Arcana check. Arcana's A. Shitty rolls.
Yeah, so with a 13, you know a little bit about a dryad. You've heard Alduin say most of the things that you know as well.
Yeah.
However, you do realize that dryads are capable of woodland magic. They can speak with plants and animals, and they can teleport from one tree to another, luring interlopers away from their groves. If pressed, the dryad can beguile humanoids with her enchantments and turning enemies into friends. They also know another handful of useful spells. However, as Lux and both Lux and Brion have been describing this one, she seems trapped by an enchantment put on her. Trapped without access to plants or trees, in the midst of a swamp with no trees alive, in the midst of a ring of standing stones. That is very interesting to you. There's foul magic at play here.
Yeah. I relay the information that she is probably trapped. I would believe I would be pretty sure that she is not the one that sent those creatures after us yesterday.
You are pretty sure that
Yeah.
was a spell druids know. Conjure woodland beings.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I tell the party that as well. Now, this was probably a druid, and probably the druid that we're going to at the moment. Yeah, and I'm wondering how that dryad would actually fit into the story.
Theories on the Phantom.
Yeah.
well, at least we're getting somewhere. I mean, I thought I was just dreaming about a pretty lady. I mean, that happens sometimes.
So for now, you have the choice.
Yeah.
Do you go west forward, or do you go east forward?
For my information, the good part of the forest, so the seemingly untouched part, is to the east, correct?
Yes.
And
But it also looks kind of like, because you've been trying to go towards the druid, right?
Yeah.
And it looks like there's this ring that like the flowery forest, like however way you want to go forward, either east or west, it would have been kind of protected by this druid guy.
So the druid would be to the west.
Yeah, so it's kind of like if you want to go to the druid would be here, right?
Mhm.
And then the spot here is kind of where that
Protection is.
the swamp is. So you kind of, as intelligent people, like especially like Xenomon and you're quite bright and intelligent. You kind of have the feeling that perhaps how the druid comes into play is that he is protecting whatever is within that
he
swamp.
can. Right.
So it's not just a road towards him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So we should.
You've come past a point somewhere where you've like probably went through most of his.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel like you're pretty close.
We should probably keep heading for the druid for now.
Yeah.
Maybe
Either
he knows
the
more.
druid has something to do with the situation. He's either the cause of it, or he's helping whatever is causing the issue.
Maybe he has food.
And he might have
What's
food.
wrong with my food?
I mean, I liked it, but I'm gonna need a little more than that.
We do also know that he has nothing to do with the trapping of the Dryad.
Right.
Yes, but he might know more about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If he
I,
doesn't have
I
anything
think
to do with
we'll
it.
go there,
Already.
definitely.
We'll move in his way then.
Okay, so you're all standing up. You're clearing out your camp, and you're moving into the direction
Making
of where
sure the
you
fire
think.
is put out correctly.
Yeah, so of where you think the druid resides. In the far distance, after a good maybe 20 to 30 minute walk, you notice that there's a hut, and it sits like a timid mouse under the sprawling boughs of like an ancient oak. You see its stony grey windowless walls, the furry with moss. There's like sparkled with silvery with dew um, in the early morning spring light. You see that its roof is like thickly thatched with coarse straw, and there's a grey stone chimney stuck up, like a solitary erect ear, listening for the rustle of any coming predator. And before the door, you see just between the trees, like before before the door of this hut, you see sitting an enormous black bear with a clay pot clutched in its claws and a swarm of bees surrounding it. And the bees seem to be dancing in a flowing patter around around the bear's head. And as you're watching this display, you realize that they're dancing to some sort of a rhythm. And then you hear it. Mm-hmm. 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 Seems that this bear has a deep, grumbling humming. And then it looks up and locks eyes with your group. And that is where we end the session.
Ah!
It was a lot of fun, thank you!
So much fun. It was really amazing.
You almost killed us all!
But we survived.
We did!
I also
did
would
it.
like to mention that everyone leveled.
Yeah!
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Good.
You did
okay
great,
then.
guys.
Mutagens, here I come! Dark Vision, here I come! Oh,
Right.
man.
So
Okay.
make sure that your character is leveled for next time. And when is our next session?
Well, before that, everyone stick around for a second, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you are still watching, thank you. We'll try to set up a new session as quickly as possible, but, with 5 adults, that can sometimes be a bit tricky when they also work full time. But maybe because of the whole, Corona thing, that will be a little bit easier to set up. Anyway, everyone, thanks for watching, and see you again soon.
Bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.